Have you ever wondered why we see shadows in our room, ghosts, anything that scares us at night? Well, I have a story to tell you of how I encountered that specific shadow that scared me for life. This is the story of how I saw the man in the corner. My name's Chris Johnson, and I'll tell you, this dates back to May 13th. I was going home to my parents since we were going on break for college. I knocked on the door and my dad answered. He was, "Hey, chump." He patted me on the shoulder. We were chatting, laughing, doing some jokes. Then my brother saw me. He ran to me, gave me a big hug, and he said, "Hey Chris, it's been a while." I told him, "It has. Look at you, grown already." So I walked in. I saw my mother in the kitchen doing her usual cooking. She looked at me. She looked like she was gonna cry, and then she hugged me. We were all laughing, joking, and my parents telling me about my past. This usual family reunion. Then we all sat down in the living room, my mom cooking. A few hours passed, we were all eating for dinner. It was good, not gonna lie. Then I went to my room, I set my bags down, and I laid on my bed. I was just relaxing, happy that I'm back home. I looked at my phone, and watching some videos. Then I looked at the corner of my eye. It looked like a shadow, a guy to be specific. I shined my light at the corner, vanished, like he was never there. I shrugged it off. Said, "Oh, it's probably my mind playing tricks on me." Then the next morning, I went downstairs. I saw my parents in there. They were eating breakfast. My brother just in the living room watching TV. I told them, "Good morning, everyone." They all looked at me. My dad, "Morning, chum." My mother saying good morning. Even my brother. We were all chilling, watching TV. And then I couldn't brush it off all of a sudden. The guy in the corner just shadowing in my head. I just kept thinking, was it my hallucination? Or was it just my head messing with me? So I just shrugged it off. Then me and my parents, we all went out. We went shopping. And then when I went to the bathroom, I turned off the light. Well, the light was flickered, so yeah. Then when I went to wash my hands, I looked at the mirror, the reflection of the man. I looked behind me, nothing. I was just confused. What's going on? Then when we went back home, we came around at 9-10 p.m. I was tired. I went back to my bed, did the same as yesterday, looked at my phone, and then again, I looked at the corner. He was standing there. He wasn't even moving an inch. I shined my light again, but nothing. No man in the corner. I was confused already, paranoid. I was scared. I sat up. I turned my lamp on. He was gone completely. So I went to sleep with my light on, but when I woke up, I looked at the lamp. It was missing. I looked everywhere in my room. The corner, the closet, even under my bed. Nothing. It's like the lamp just disappeared. Then I went to my parents. I asked them, "Hey, Mom, Dad, have you guys ever seen a shadow in the corner?" They all looked at each other and they looked at me. They said, "Oh no, we've never seen anything like that. What happened, sweetie?" I looked at them. I was scared. I told them, "Well, because there was a shadowy man in the corner. I was scared." then they laughed it off. They said, "Oh, don't worry. It's probably you experiencing sleep paralysis." I shrugged it off again. I said, "Well, maybe you're right. Probably over dramatic." So I went back to my room, lay down, we were chilling. And then I looked again. The guy was there again. I just stared at him. I grabbed my phone, but when I tried to turn it on, it was dead. I only stared at him. And that was the night that it went down. The one day that I would never forget. He walked close to me. He stared. And then when he grabbed his face, his blankless face, and he opened his eyes, it was so terrifying, so traumatizing that it left me scarred after that day with my parents. I was scared after that day. I was scared to sleep with the light off because I knew that the man in the corner would appear, and that if I dared to turn on the light, he would take the light source, just like how he stole my lamp. And every day I swore that I would never sleep without having a light on. And that is how I'm traumatized after that, of the story of the man in the corner.